Good day, I'm Ngọc Duy, here to keep you informed with today's top stories. Here are the headlines.
Vietnam's leading airlines to open new routes to India. Party chief praises former Japanese ambassador for helping strengthen bilateral ties. Prime Minister works with major foreign investors in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu. Hòa Bình boosts tourism economy through festivals. Vietnam ranks second in Southeast Asia in Happiness Index.
Vietnam's national flag carrier Vietnam Airlines plans to launch direct flights from Hanoi to Bengaluru and Hyderabad starting in May, while private carrier Vietjet has already commenced services connecting Ho Chi Minh City to these two major Indian hubs on March 18. According to Vietnam Airlines, these new routes are aimed at tapping into the growing South Indian market. The Hanoi-Bengaluru route will start on May 1, with 4 round trips per week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Flights on the Hanoi-Hyderabad route will be effective on May 7, with 3 round trips per week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Both routes will be operated using the Airbus A321 aircraft. Earlier, Vietjet inaugurated 2 new routes to Bengaluru and Hyderabad, 2 of India's leading metropolitan cities, offering convenient travel options for local people and tourists. The airline is offering 2 return flights per week on the Ho Chi Minh City, Hyderabad route, and 3 return flights per week on the Ho Chi Minh City, Bengaluru. According to Vietjet, these 2 new routes will increase the total number of routes between Vietnam and India to 10. In 2024, Vietnam welcomed over 500,000 Indian visitors, surpassing the total number of Indian arrivals recorded the previous year.
Party General Secretary To Lâm on March 20 commended former Special Ambassador for Vietnam-Japan Sugi Ryotaro for his enduring contributions to the bilateral partnership, highlighting his instrumental role in fostering cultural, educational, and humanitarian aid cooperation over the past 3 decades. Meeting with the Japanese guest in Hanoi, the party chief hailed Sugi Ryotaro as a close friend of Vietnam, praising his efforts in pioneering Japanese language teaching in the country, promoting cultural cooperation, and others. He expressed his appreciation for Ryotaro's humanitarian aid efforts, particularly his fundraising of nearly $20 million for disaster relief, and his adoption of over 200 disadvantaged Vietnamese children. Sharing his continued commitment to Vietnam, Sugi Ryotaro outlined recent projects, including upgrading school infrastructure, and supporting hepatitis screening and prevention in the northern mountainous province of Yên Bái. Looking ahead, he proposed new initiatives such as establishing an orchestra for visually impaired people in Vietnam, facilitating exchanges on Japan's tourism promotion strategies to attract more Japanese visitors, and boosting the branding of Vietnamese specialty products, particularly tea, in Japan. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh engaged in a working session with leaders of major enterprises in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu on March 20, as part of his working visit to the southern coastal province. A representative from the over $5 billion Long Son petrochemical complex project, invested by Thailand's SCG Group, stated that 3 months after their last meeting with the government leader, most of the group's proposals have been actively addressed. However, the group has yet to receive the 11th investment certificate, the representative said, expressing a hope that Vietnam will continue administrative procedure reform. Prime Minister Chinh appreciated the group's efforts and determination to overcome difficulties. The investment certificate will be issued by the Vietnamese authorities within this month, he stressed. Meanwhile, Hyosung Vina Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Republic of Korea's Hyosung Group, plans to pour an additional $1.5 billion into the fields of biotechnology and carbon fiber in Vietnam. A leader of the company proposed the Prime Minister direct relevant quarters to create more favorable conditions for the company, including offering more preferential policies on land leasing and tariffs. Welcoming its plans to expand investment in Vietnam, Prime Minister Chin directed the Ministry of Finance and the local authorities to study preferential tax policies applicable to priority investment areas, such as high, green, and clean technology projects, as well as VAT refunds as per regulations. At the working session, a leader of Ho Tram Project Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Asian Coast Development, Canada, Limited, shared that following the suggestion of the Prime Minister, the company has collaborated with Ba Ria Vung Tau to develop a proposal for the construction of an expressway, which connects Long Ton International Airport in Dong Nai and Ho Tram urban area in Ba Ria Vung Tau. With this project, the company plans to invest an additional $1.8 billion into the Ho Tram area. Welcoming the company, Ba Ria Vung Tau, and other relevant local authorities for quickly turning the idea into reality, Prime Minister Chin urged them to accelerate the implementation of the project as quickly as possible. In addition, the company should expand its investment to transform the Ho Tram area into a major international tourism, resort, exhibition, and conference hub, he added. With its rich cultural heritage deeply rooted in folk traditions, Hoa Binh province in northern Vietnam is leveraging traditional festivals to drive tourism growth. Home to the Muong ethnic group, which makes up over 60% of the local population, Hoa Binh's festivals not only reflect the aspirations for prosperity and happiness but also attract visitors eager for cultural experiences. Spring is a particularly vibrant time in the province, with numerous traditional Muong festivals such as Khai Ha, Chua Tien, and Din Ken taking place. These events strengthen community bonds while drawing large numbers of tourists. Among them, the Khai Ha Festival, also known as the Going Down to the Field or Forest Opening Festival, is a major spiritual and cultural event for the Muong people. It marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year and serves as an occasion for the four major Muong regions to pay tribute to their ancestors who pioneered wet rice cultivation, a cornerstone of Vietnam's ancient civilization. Additionally, the Hmong ethnic community in Hang Kia and Pa Co communes, Mai Cho district, celebrates the Go Tau festival, while the Thai ethnic group in Chang Cho commune holds the Zen Muong festival, a key cultural event for the Thai people. This year, Hoa Binh's tourism sector plans to launch multiple initiatives to raise public awareness about culture's role in socioeconomic development. The goal is to preserve Vietnam's national heritage while fostering a culturally rich, globally integrated tourism industry. During the Lunar New Year holiday, Hoa Binh welcomed over 250,000 visitors, including nearly 6,000 foreign tourists and over 244,200 domestic travelers, marking a 25% year-over-year increase. Total revenue from tourism services reached 132 billion VND, $5.18 million, up 11.8% from the same period last year.
Vietnam has climbed to the 46th position in the 2025 World Happiness Report, up 8 places from the 2023 rankings. The latest report, released on March 20th by the Wellbeing Research Center at the Oxford University, ranks 143 countries and territories based on citizens' self-reported well-being. Vietnam's steady progress in recent years has seen its position improve significantly, from 77th in 2021 to 65th in 2022 and 54th last year. The country now ranks second in Southeast Asia, behind only Singapore. For the 8th consecutive year, Finland has been named the world's happiest country, followed by Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden. The World Happiness Report is compiled in collaboration with the analytics firm Gallup and the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network. The rankings are based on factors such as social support, life expectancy, economic stability, and levels of kindness within communities.